finally, a Mickey Mouse movie. I can't wait to see this. I can't believe it's been this long for them to make a Mickey Mouse movie with 17 different versions of Mickey. We can get Sorcerer Mickey, Steamboat Willie. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm done. Where's the refund? What is up, you guys? So today, I got the chance to see Mickey 17 today. We got the Mickey Mouse shirt on. Very upset to say Mickey Mouse is not in the film. It hurts me. I woke up with terrible allergies, so if you see like my eyes are a little like weird, like and watery and running, it's just because of the allergies, and like I have a little bit of a stuffy nose. It's so weird, the weather here. It's like 60 degrees one day, and then one day it drops down to like 25. Don't know what's going on, but that's not going to stop me from seeing Mickey 17. So Mickey 17 is the latest film by Bong Joon-ho. He made Parasite, Snowpiercer, all movies that I haven't got to see. Memories of Murder. I really want to see all three of those. And I probably will after seeing this, but I was really excited to see it, and I went and go and saw it at my local Cinemark, and I want to talk about it, so let's get into today's video. Right out the bat of seeing Mickey 17, this movie is so, different. Like, and that's what, I really like that. I like how different it is, and I think that's also really made me want to see it. It stars Robert Pattinson, Mark Ruffalo, I forgot her name. I think it's, Naomi something, I forget her last name, but she was great in the movie as well. A lot of good faces and actresses and actors in this film, and it's just really fun. This movie is very satire, it's sci-fi, and it just is very culturally appropriate to what's going on in today's society in America. And that's very wild for me to say. Personally, you guys know me, I'm not very big into politics movies, but this movie is very political while also being a satire film. And I really appreciated that. Going into this film, I really thought that this would win a lot of Oscars. When I first saw it, or when I first saw that the trailer was coming out and stuff, and like everything about it, I was like, this is going to be a Best Picture nomination. I don't know now after seeing it. Pretty much my spoiler-free thoughts. I think this movie's very... It runs over its start time. So I really appreciated every second of the film. I really liked every second of the film. Robert Pattinson was really good. They say he plays 18 different versions. You mainly only see him as Mickey 17 and Mickey 18 throughout the whole film. And I really like that. There's two versions of him. And I will say he looks like two separate people throughout the film. Like, it reminded me of like Liv and Maddie, but way better. Because when I first saw Liv and Maddie as a child, I loved it. I thought that they were two different people. Found out they were just Dove Cameron, and I was shocked. That's how it kind of is watching this movie. You're like, wow, this is just one guy playing two separate people. Like, they're completely different people. And that's why I do think Robert Pattinson will get an Oscar nomination for this. He should. He well deserves it. And then also, what's his name? Mark Ruffalo was great. Very much you can tell he's very inspired by a certain political person in today's society. And I immediately noticed that right off the bat, the way Mark Ruffalo's character talked and the way he spoke and just his presence. There's like a little dance scene. Oh my gosh, I started laughing because the whole movie's making fun of America pretty much. And like, it's just very wild. I forget when it is, but he does like this little dance thing like this. That's crazy that they included that in this film. Very funny. I laughed at almost all the jokes in this movie because this movie's very funny while also being very political and very dramatic. It's kind of reminds me a lot like Poor Things, where Poor Things was a political satire film, but this movie is more I would say grounded, but goes under the surface level than what you think. Where Poor Things was kind of just all beyond, like, way, way deep, like, beyond comprehension for me. Where I didn't really like Poor Things, I actually really enjoyed this film. Now, like I said, I enjoyed a lot of the film. I thought it was very funny. A lot of the sequences that happen within the movie, the visual effects between Mickey 17 and 18, and all the creatures, the creepers they call them. pretty good. Besides all that, I feel like it's a little long. There's a few scenes in here that I felt didn't need to be needed, or could have been a lot shorter. For like the first half of the film, it focuses really on the duplicates, and then it kind of goes into alienation with the creepers, and I don't know. Like there were some things that just kind of lost me. Where some things I found great, some things I found just weird. Some of the things I found weren't fleshed out enough. Where I felt some things were fleshed out too much. And that's kind of where I didn't really agree with it some of the way. But a lot of the stuff I did. Like there's the scientist group behind the whole new planet is, I felt, not fleshed out enough. Like the main leader, you can tell he's trying to follow the president or the dictator, I guess, within this whole like society. But you can tell he doesn't want to be. And then there's like people within the science field that like are like, no, we can't do that. And I really like that. But like I wish it was just more of that. Mickey 17 and 18, they're great, but it mainly focuses on them. I would like to see more of what happens with the other Mickeys. And I kind of wanted to see more of like, they always talk about like, oh, how do you die? Like, what's it like dying? They never really show Mickey, like any of the Mickeys really dying necessarily, which I mean, it shouldn't really focus on that, but I kind of thought that like it would be more of a center point within the movie, besides like just kind of showing him like in a body bag going into like the lava. I thought there would be more, but it's whatever. Getting into my spoiler review, some things about this movie that I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to spitball some ideas because I don't really have anything like on the top of my head. I thought Mark Ruffalo, great. The dining sequences. Oh, the dining scene where it's Mickey 17, that one girl, and then the president or whatever, Mark Ruffalo and his wife. Also, the wife is played by the girl from Hereditary. Great actress. Love her. They start singing that Lorde song. That was so funny. That was hilarious to me. I was laughing. Like I said, this movie is extremely funny. So, like, I really appreciate how this is, like, the future. It's, like, 2054, I believe. And he goes to Earth without really knowing... he's in Earth. He goes to another planet without knowing really what his job's about. An expendable. And he's the one expendable. And I really appreciated how they dove deep into, like, what the actual... what is it called? Duplicates are. Because, like, there's at least one point where... Mickey 17's about to die, and his best friend doesn't want to save him because he's kind of lazy. And he's like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. And then Mickey 17's like, all right, whatever, it's fine. He's about to get eaten by these creatures who look fantastic. They look so scary, but also really cute. Kind of like a Star Wars creature, but like way better. Like I was like, wow, these look really cool. And Mickey 17's about to prepare to die. He doesn't though. They save him. Kind of pushing him out and go like, hey, you're alive, but they don't know that. The society doesn't know that, so they make Mickey 18 because they have all the memories and stuff. And then that's when, of course, we got duplicates. I really, really appreciated when they went back in time to show on Earth that the duplicates, the reason why they can't have duplicates is because the person who was a duplicated person made 3 of them and did like a killing spree, which is very like interesting because I know that's kind of what like a lot of people would think of like Scream. I just really found the whole backstory of why they can't have duplicates to be really fascinating. And then it kind of goes back into like the whole story. Obviously, we're narrated by Mickey 17 explaining this, and it's really fascinating. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Why this can't be done. And throughout the whole movie, there's a love story between Mickey 17 and his girlfriend, which is that Naomi actress. And the whole time I'm like, okay, I think Robert Pattinson will get nominated. I think Mark Ruffalo will get nominated. As of right now, obviously, I've only seen 10 movies of the year so far, and nothing breaking through, but this is so far the best that I've seen. And then there's one scene towards like the end where it's they all are getting like arrested, and then it's the girlfriend too. And that's when they go against the dictator and Mark Ruffalo's character, and she just starts going crazy on him, like yelling, screaming, and I was like, wow, she can honestly win Best Supporting Actress. Like, that was a great performance that she played in that one scene, and kind of throughout the movie. Really funny, but also, again, that dramatic sequence. And then there's just like a few scenes, like, so those are like the great scenes. I really like the sequences with the actual like mother of the creepers, where she was like basically saying, "Hey, give us our child back, and we will be peaceful." The design of them, very scary when they scream, crazy, honestly terrified me. But it was a very fun movie. And then towards the end, we got to see kind of like the Mickey 17 turn into Mickey Barnes, and they're all like fine and they're living society, and that's really fun. I was like, wow, that was a great ending. But it lowered my lowering my excitement for this film. I really was liking it, but then like the ending I feel like it went on for a bit too long. Like the whole ending sequence where they're trying to negotiate with the creepers, it felt like a little too long for me. There was like sequences when like Mickey 17 and 18 were finally first together with Naomi in the room. That felt like it was just too long of a scene too. I was like, why is this in here? I don't know. Then there was like stuff like a side plot with like different substances that they're using. Again, just like, why is this in here? It didn't really feel necessary. The whole side plot with Mickey 17 liking the other girl on the spaceship, I just didn't really feel like it was needed. It just felt like it was it's stretching the movie a bit too long than necessary. I actually really enjoyed this movie. Here's my plot, like, or whatever, movie synopsis. So I'm gonna give this movie an 81 out of 100. I think this movie was really good, very enjoyable, but I would just say it's good. I wouldn't say it's anything extraordinary. I wouldn't say it's great. And like I said, when I first heard of this movie, I thought it was gonna be Oscar worthy, but I don't think it's really Oscar worthy of Best Picture. I think it's possibly could be nominated for Best Visual Effects. I think the visual effects are great in this film, especially with the different Mickeys and the creepers. Same goes for the acting. I think the acting was really good within this film. So from Mark Ruffalo, Robert Pattinson, Naomi, even I forget his name, but the guy from The Walking Dead and Nope. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I forget your name, but he was really good in this too. So that's my opinion on the film. What did you guys think of it? If you like this review, make sure you like it. If you really like it, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell for future videos like this. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Disney out. Peace.